You hear Jamal talk all the time about the 5 pillars, guys, and you know it, man. They're all so important. Faith is great, right? Each one of them. Family is great. But today we want to focus on that health. Without your health, guys, none of it matters, right? And we get it. You don't have time to source the most nutritious foods every single day. But that's why we bring the things that work for us, we bring them directly to you. Organifi is a line of organic superfood blends that offer plant-based nutrition with high-quality ingredients and less than 3 grams of sugar. Each superfood blend is easy to use by simply mixing it with water or your favorite beverage while on the go, providing you with quality nutrition throughout your day. Whether you're trying to lose weight, detox, improve your fitness, or deal with stress and hormone imbalances, Organifi is the answer. If we've learned anything in the last few years, it's that stress and anxiety can cause a lot of harm to us, both mentally and physically. And that's because cortisol, the primary stress hormone, is supposed to spike when we're in danger. But the modern world has our cortisol spiking all day long. Ashwagandha, the main ingredient in Organifi green juice, has been shown in multiple studies to reduce cortisol and stress. This delicious drink also features 10 other superfood ingredients, including moringa, chlorella, and spirulina, which work synergistically in the body to promote natural detoxing, more energy, and even healthy weight management through reducing cravings. It's amazing what your body's capable of with the right fuel. Plus, it's 100% certified organic, non-GMO, and tastes absolutely delicious. With their new apple crisp flavor, it's so easy to support your stress levels while enjoying a delicious morning green juice. We talk about the green juice a lot, but Organifi has something for everyone, from the red or gold juices, the Organifi Pure, the protein powder, Organifi Glow. My kids take the immunity every single day. That's the one I have them on. Of course, you're trying to fight this cold weather, flu season, all that. So if you're anything like me, you know the importance of eating healthy, but you don't always have the time or willpower to cook with all the colors of the rainbow, Organifi's superfood blends make it easy and enjoyable to add more variety and nutrition to your day. These are delicious organic powders you can add to water, stir with a spoon, and enjoy anytime for more energy, nutrition, hormone balance, and peace of mind. They're a great way to jumpstart your morning, energize your afternoon, or nourish your evening. So just because you listen to the Secrets to Success podcast, listen, you can go to Organifi.com/success. That's Organifi.com/success to save 20% on your order. Listen, no more excuses, y'all. Let's take care of all 5 of these pillars, especially your health.
You can't wait for nobody else to fix you. You can't wait for nobody else to mature. I can't play like you play.
If you show up and you come to this, it's going to prepare you for your destiny and what you're called to do and what you're called to be.
But to get first-hand knowledge of encounters, experiences, and wisdom from the industry, I think that's when special things happen.
You ready to go to the next level? I'm ready for you to go to the next level. You ready to open up that gift? You ready to open up that engine? I've been ready. I've always been ready.
Something should excite you about not having what you think you should have right now.
These guys are the real deal, man. I wouldn't trust my time, my energy. I wouldn't waste it nowhere else.
We've been programmed to be in our feelings.
That's it.
So you're a bad guy because you're not telling me what I want to hear. But you're a great guy. We talk about characteristics now.
Yeah.
Leadership is void of feelings. That's what I had to realize. You can be a leader. You have what it takes. People have been following you since you was a kid. You have the ability to be a leader, but you have feelings mixed. You chasing it.
Yeah.
It ain't pure.
You ready? All right.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Secret to Success podcast. I'm your host, CJ, joined as always by the Bayesian sensation, Mr. Carl Wesley Phillips.
What's going on, y'all? What it do?
Dr. King is in the building. Dr. King, how you feeling, man?
Man, I was good. So I walked in here. I'm feeling lonely now. My boy got on Reeboks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I just
Carl
used
got
to be
on
the.
socks.
Remember, we used to play. Put your right foot in.
Yeah, put your right foot out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with the
check it out,
Nikes
man.
on and Jordans, it ain't like that no more, man.
Yeah.
Carl got on some socks.
I still got
He
the
got
Nike
Pumas.
with you at
He
least.
brought up the Pumas.
Hey, I had my J's this morning and walked out the house with my flip flops on.
Yeah.
And I finally got my Nike, my Jordan game up. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Camille done took care of me, and now all of a
I got
sudden,
you. Don't worry
y'all
about
don't
it.
switch it up.
We're going to be in Chicago together in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Make sure we,
I think this got some CJ behind it. You know, hey y'all, Maul got his Jordans up. Let's switch up.
switch up.
Right. Let's switch up. on it.
Nah, I wouldn't do
I
you
got
like
you.
that. I wouldn't do you like that. We're moving on to greener pastures. Douglas, how you feeling?
Feel good.
You going to Chicago? What you going to Chicago for?
Train some principles.
Oh,
And me and Maul.
Oh, Maul, you training principal too?
Yeah, I go, my 9-to-5ers. You know what I'm saying? We gotta
Okay.
reach back. We gotta, we gotta save.
What you training them on?
Leadership. Yeah, leadership. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Just the two of y'all?
Yeah.
Two of us.
Sometimes that's all you need, bro.
Okay.
You can make it if we try.
Just the two of us. Hey, matter of fact, bro, dang. I was just at Pastor Hannah's 60th birthday party. It wasn't even a party. It was
Celebration.
It was man. It's SWV. I mean, yeah, it was crazy. And,
I don't know what it is.
I got the
that
clips in my
you
phone. I'm talking about front row.
Come on.
And they sing week?
Oh, bro, everything. They did a whole concert.
Really?
Oh, whole concert, bro. I got everything in here. Matter of fact, Camille was like, when they put week, she was like, record this for CJ.
Come on, my jam.
I was like, I'm
One
already
of my
on it.
favorite records
That's a
of all
classic.
time.
But
that's a classic.
They got a documentary that they showed in the city. A huge documentary of Pastor Hannah and just his accomplishment, his life. And they got you on there, man.
Wow.
Yeah, they got a nice little clip of you.
Oh, wait. We didn't get no check for that.
Oh no. That's all I'm saying. That's all
You
I'm
dry
saying.
snitching.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They got me in there. They got me in there too. But
No
they got,
question.
Yeah, they got us
Did
in
you
there.
get the check for that?
Yeah, hold up.
I didn't get a check for that, but I did. They did bless me with
sign up.
it.
Yeah, get blessed.
Oh, when I
Sometimes it come a different way.
it come different. Oh, it got blessed. But also when I was walking through the vendor part, it was a lady that came up to me and she was saying, she was like, "Hey Jamal," she's like, "Man, I can't believe you're here." She's like, "Man, thank you. You did such a phenomenal job at the 10 City."
Oh, yeah, 10 City.
Remember we did that?
We did that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she was just like, man, she was like, yeah, you and Eric. She's like, man, y'all. And she said, they going around to the other cities. They in Baltimore and other places.
Yeah.
And she was just like, yeah, we were all talking like, next year we just might do the two of y'all and just go all the different cities.
Wow.
And she was just like, I was like, okay.
Bro, that was one of the best messages I've ever done,
Oh,
bro.
fire.
Oh, I got loose.
Yeah,
Which
fire.
one? I got loose. This is Chicago.
It was all over. You remember when I spoke at
Man, we need to get that recorded and put that up on
Patreon.
no, not Patreon, the church. But you could do a Patreon too.
That was fire. Because that's when you brought out the Bears jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, that was fire.
Oh, wait, you was preaching?
Yeah.
Remember when I spoke to the kids? Remember when I spoke to the kids?
Yeah.
And then I didn't know that E was even speaking there. E spoke like 2 days later to the adults.
Same event. You ain't know
Same
he was
event.
there?
Me and E,
Oh, wow.
same event. I spoke to the kids though. It's called 10 City Tour. And it's with man, come on, Trey. It's too early.
Brown Sugar Bakery.
That did come to me. That came to me.
Did come. That came. Yeah.
Brown Sugar Bakery.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, what's
Baby.
the name of the church, the pastor?
Second Baptist.
No.
Bernard?
Ebenezer.
No.
First House of God.
They don't even listen to CJ. He just
I know.
says stuff.
Come on.
Emmanuel
That's
Lewis.
my old school. That's my old church.
I just want you. I'm going to talk
Man.
and get them in.
Gary Coleman.
All right, see, now I got to cheat.
Well, can I do a commercial while he doing that?
Yeah, please.
No, for real. And then you can bring it in. I ain't trying to be deep, but real quick, the mastermind we do every morning. Mignon has a thing that she has us do on Monday morning, and it's name the week. And then now she's like, yo, name the year, one thing that God. And I was like, yo, that's cool. And I did it, but I was also going to God like, hey, God, give me the one word that you want us to do going forward. And it was coaching. And a lot of you been coming to me like, yo, can we mentor you? And C already told you, if you grown, mentoring is for kids. Like coaching is for adults.
17 and under.
Yeah, you feel me?
You turn 18, you're getting coached.
And I think the reason why the Lord brought it to me is because when I, C always talking about reverse engineering. And I was like, yo, honestly, the one thing that changed my life is not just being in the proximity with certain men, but getting coached. So Pastor Willis was the first coach. Then I had Doggett was a coach. You know, CJ was my branding coach. Maul coaching me on real estate. And so I thought about it. I'm like, yo, for real, all of us are blessed because we get coached, you know, by others and each other. You know what I'm saying? So right now, the month of December, if you buy the coaching program, it's only $1,000. You know, if you pay it once, it's a, you know, whatever you call it, a little plan, a payment plan. You
don't act like you don't remember the payment plans. It's just been rich forever. Back in the day, you and Dilsey.
Oh, we had welfare.
Yeah, y'all had.
We had welfare. Yeah. Then we had, what was that called, Maul? Where you could go and put
EBT
layaway.
Layaway. We had layaway.
Come on,
man.
Layaway was torture.
Why he say what it's called, Maul?
Oh,
Jack.
Because we from the city.
No, they might not have had layaway in Barbados.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, how did he make that? Because it's true. All of my clothes was in layaway. He used to go in like a year in advance.
Go visit
them. When you finally got it out of layaway, the clothes didn't fit no more. You was too big.
See, there had to be a boss to know that you was going to grow a couple sizes. So you put them on layaway.
So I'm just being real. For those of you don't got the thou, but you want to get in, I'm telling you to get in now because free coaching for a month starts in December. You're not supposed to start to January, but I'm going to do something to help you finish the year strong, all right? So do me a favor, click this link right here. Let's get it.
Yeah, that's dope. Let's go.
And so, Dr. Bill Winston.
Okay, but Dr. Winston.
Yeah,
okay.
Dr. Bill, excuse me, forgive me.
That's what I was.
Yeah, Dr. Bill Winston, living word. Yeah, bro. Powerful man. He done a lot, man. One of the first ministers, black man I knew that had his own plane, jet.
Oh, yeah, nah, for sure.
And he got a mall. He turned the whole mall into a church, bro. A real shopping mall, like huge, like the Lansing Mall. Imagine it. He took it, bought it, renovated it, and turned it to a church. And he got different, like, grocery stores in there, restaurants. Grocery store, bro. Fresh market, fresh produce. Crazy. It's amazing.
Wow.
And so, yeah, shout out to David Winston, his son, who had us come and speak. And he got a chance to sit back in Pastor Winston's office and meet him and talk with him, take pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah, he big time in Chicago.
Oh, big time.
I mean, in the world, his ministry is, you know, he back in the day with Tony Evans, you know,
Clay Evans,
Miles Monroe, like all of those dudes from back in the day.
Big time. So, you know.
You ready?
Oh, I didn't want to. You know, I didn't want to move without the pastor. You know what I'm saying? But try to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want.
Bye.
Yeah. No, it's good to be here. Hey, so a couple of times I flew recently, and I noticed some things because I sat in the back with the fam. You know what I'm saying? And I was kind of pissed because we need this. It need to be a fitness test for the exit row.
It does.
Yeah. I'm just saying, Corshawn, they didn't ask grandma.
I promise. She said,
162 years old.
She said, she could do it.
Are you willing and able to assist in the event of emergency?
Yes. Oh, yeah. She said yes.
Bro, I said, wait a minute.
Yeah.
She have, and you know, they make you verbal,
Yeah.
She was like, yes.
Yeah.
And I was looking, I said, if the fate of the plane riding on grandma schlepping people up out of here, we in trouble.
Toasted.
They need to call it the cap row.
Yeah,
straight cap. I'll be looking like,
bro, ain't now, okay.
One time they had the old lady, and then they hit me.
I'm saying, what's the qualifications? Just the fact that I could say yes?
That you could pay for it.
Right, you could pay.
Are you willing to assist in the event of an emergency?
Yeah, if I get this leg space,
Wait, think about that. In exchange for a little leg room, right, you got to save the day.
Yeah.
In case of an emergency. So you think they just betting on nothing happening?
100%.
I'm talking about pure nothing.
And then what's the punishment if that joint got an issue and you just jump off?
Yeah.
You probably get sued for that.
I think that's like a federal
That's a contract. It's a verbal contract. You literally are saying you got a verbal contract.
I mean, your surviving family members definitely about to get paid. Yeah, they about to get paid.
No.
Not if you the one that.
Yeah, I'm talking about you the one that's supposed to be in the exit row saving and something happened and you jump off first. after you verbal.
They suing Delta.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
After you done verbal, I got your back.
Delta got to pay. If
I'm just saying. I just sat in the exit row, and I'm gonna be real.
I'm just saying I'm suing both Delta and you.
I'm not helping
for lying,
nobody.
Grandma for lying. So I'm getting 2 checks.
No, I'm just
Delta for letting her sit there when they know she had no business.
I can see somebody suing for that for real. You know she was 92 and let her sit there.
Because I'm saying, here go my problem. They don't let kids sit up there. You got to be a certain age. So then there's got to be a cutoff.
Should be a cutoff on the other side
or just a fitness test.
Yeah, just a little quick, baby. Like before you get in.
Yeah, you got to show some dexterity.
Yeah, can you touch your?
Yeah, just something to make it feel like this could actually happen.
Yeah.
Am I wrong for that?
No, you're not.
Okay, they ain't to do nothing. I just, you know.
Yeah, you felt it.
Only requirement is that the person sitting in the exit row, if any, is able to open the exit row in case of an emergency.
Open the exit row door?
It don't say door, but yeah. I would
assume that's what it is. But they said a door like 30 pounds.
My point exactly.
Oh, yeah. My point exactly.
Grandma ain't gonna open that.
And it's pressurized.
And it's pressurized.
So grandma definitely not getting
I'm
that
just
joint
saying,
open.
Grandma, between me and you, can you get out the way?
Can you get?
I'm gonna say both of them.
I just want to know if you get out the way and let me get over here and hit this. Like, don't interfere with me going and knocking that out real quick.
Yeah, I thought it was crazy. And even when I sit there, they be like, "Are you willing and able to assist in the event of an emergency?" Yeah,
man, I'm reading stuff that you're not really supposed to be drinking too much if you sit in the exit row.
Oh, really?
Sir, you had one too many. We might need your assistance.
Wow, I got a drink.
Yeah,
one drink minimum in the exit row.
And they said it's unwise to sleep.
You should just be drinking water.
Powerade.
Yeah, and it's unwise to sleep in the emergency exit row.
Gatorade only.
They say you can't sleep either.
You shouldn't be sleeping.
No, you shouldn't.
Well, that's a fact.
Yeah.
You won't do it.
You can't go to sleep, man.
At least y'all got sleeping shifts. You gotta tell my man, hey, taking that real quick. I take, you know what I'm saying? Like Marvel's in the
now,
home.
is it a priority order though? Because there's somebody right next to the door. They never talked about that.
Yeah, they didn't say that
Are
either.
you first
Strongest got to
priority?
be next to the door.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm calling cap on the whole process right now. You never thought that?
Yeah, I was the last flight, a flight I was on, Grandma and Grandpa was right. Now I was right next to it, but they was right there. All like, oh yeah, we can. And I was like, wow. But I was straight because I was right there. But I felt bad for everybody else.
You was in the exit row?
Yeah, I was in the exit row. Yeah, I forgot where I was going, but
They ain't had no first class left.
no, it wasn't that. Well, they didn't, but I had to switch my flight. Oh, I had Didi's auntie's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to switch my flight. So I was just like, yo, I'm going to get on. I don't care, what, it's a funeral. So I'm going to sit back here, and whatever. So I did, yeah.
How'd it feel sitting back there again?
It was reminiscent. I was like thinking about back in the
Felt
day.
like you was in the projects.
Yeah.
Herman Garden. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is about sitting in coach row. I just get thirsty. Bro, I was back there the other day like, please. If I was first class, I probably wouldn't even want no water.
No.
But I think it was the fact that I knew I
All
couldn't
the way
get
to
none.
back. You're not about to get no water for about 40 minutes.
Oh, bro. And when you do, you getting one.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize it ain't. I forgot. I guess.
Yeah.
Ain't no second sweeps
No,
back there.
yeah.
You get one shot
And sit
at your championship.
Sit your boy down.
And then you better sit down
Yeah.
for the rest of the flight and act like you got some sense. Because you can't even and I'm gonna be real. I try to open my app and show old girl.
You 360.
Yeah.
In the back.
She was like, yeah, you coach 360.
Had disqualified.
You still get one drink.
You disqualified.
I just, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think I was sleep when I missed the drink service. So
No question.
you do that and
That's it.
coach.
It's a wrap.
Good night. So anyway.
Bro, that's a whole contract.
Wow.
It's literally a whole contract, bro. It's like when they're telling you in your ticket, if you sit in this seat, you are liable. Like you legally liable. It's a contract. Good thing I don't fly back there no more.
When I was a child. Wow.
Yeah.
It's a whole contract.
It's a whole contract, bro. When you verbalize it, it's a mandate that you must follow.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to keep your word.
So think about that when y'all choose that little extra leg room. The fact that if something go down and you don't spring into action, ain't nobody got no training for that. Speaking of training for that, I wanted to get
I did
into
work in the police department though.
I don't want to give the whole thing away, but Maul did a keynote when we were in DR, and it was pretty dope.
Good job, Maul.
I appreciate you, man. I'm trying to fill in the ET the hip hop preacher shoes when he don't show up to.
Oh, don't show up.
He don't show
Y'all
up.
told me I had to be there.
I was about to
Shots
say,
fired.
y'all didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish. I said,
They shooting.
when he don't show up to subpar resorts.
Oh, okay, cool.
Way to
When
clean
he
it
don't
up,
show
Maul.
up,
Way to
it's
clean
not the
that
same.
up.
It ain't.
Yeah.
Well, the
not the
resort
same.
was nice.
Yeah, the people
had a
ain't.
little
It
challenge.
ain't the same energy
Food
he
had
used
some
to.
Fool had some
It
challenge.
ain't the energy. Didi wouldn't have definitely been okay.
Oh,
with the
Diddy would have
food.
been straight.
With the
She
food?
had to leave for the food.
Okay.
I mean, just the food was okay. It just wasn't. Yeah, it just wasn't.
The buffet would have got her. She would have been like,
Oh, that buffet. Oh, yeah. I just
Oh,
been
yeah,
to a couple where they
She ain't
had
doing
like the little
buffets, no
stuff
way.
coming around the buffet.
yeah,
The what?
Yeah.
the
The
buffet.
little, the little what coming around the buffet?
Just little insects,
The little
bugs.
Oh, that ain't number seasoning.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? That's just a little local flavor. They call that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but a little local flavor. But no, we definitely had to get off the resort and eat a couple times. But I'm gonna be real.
We had the best meal.
And
when
this
we got
ain't
off.
no commercial. But man, when you go to Ishkaret, it's
different,
hard to go anywhere. I'm just telling you.
We've been
Y'all
searching.
think I'm
We've
playing?
been searching their file. We can't.
Y'all think
legit.
I'm playing because
Yeah,
Marlon and Camille they don't like to go to the same place.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
So me and Candace will wear a spot out.
Yeah.
If I like it and it's good,
But ain't
I
that how
don't
you
care.
find new place? We wouldn't have never found Escarret unless we went somewhere new. You got to keep going.
Yeah,
new
but
places.
once you get to the mountaintop,
But you think that's the mountaintop until you go is another level.
well, no,
It's another side of the
we ain't
mountain.
found it yet.
we ain't found it yet. We've been going down the mountain. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Palafitos.
That don't count. That don't count. We talking about some exclusives. You know what I'm saying? He talking about now. You talking about that you can't invite a whole bunch of people out there. It might be E and Didi the only ones come out there.
That's it.
Yeah, that ain't that kind of deal. But anyway,
Whenever I look at pictures of my kids from the past year or even just a few months ago, I'm so amazed at how fast they're growing up. And then it hits me hard. I'm getting older too. And that's why planning for my family's financial security has become a top priority. Making sure we're prepared and have enough life insurance just in case something unexpected happened and I'm out of the picture. This is crucial, guys. And Fabric by Gerber Life makes it simple to get the protection that's right for you and your family. Fabric by Gerber Life was designed by parents for parents to help you get a high-quality, surprisingly affordable term life insurance policy in less than 10 minutes. Fabric has flexible policies that fit your family and your budget, with quality policies like $1 million in coverage for less than $1 a day. It's all online and on your schedule. No appointments, no scheduling, or piles of paperwork. Just apply when it's convenient for you. You can go from start to covered in less than 10 minutes with no health exam required. There's no risk to apply. They have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and you can cancel at any time. Fabric has partnered with Gerber Life, trusted by millions of families like yours for over 50 years. With over 1,800 five-star reviews, they're rated as excellent on Trustpilot. And Fabric has more than just life insurance. It's a one-stop shop that also has free digital wills, investment accounts that let you save for your kids' future, and you can manage your family's finances right from your phone, so your family is prepared for anything. Join the thousands of parents who trust Fabric to protect their family. Apply today in just minutes at meetfabric.com/success. That's meetfabric.com/success. Meet meetfabric.com/success. Policies issued by Western Southern Life Assurance Company, not available in certain states. Prices subject to underwriting and health questions. Let's talk about magic. Not the abracadabra kind, but the kind that turns dreams into reality. We never imagined running an online store, selling merch, or anything like that. Our goal was just to inspire the world. But now, thanks to Shopify, we're not just selling. We found a way to inspire the world through physical and digital products. Shopify is the global commerce platform that's got your back from launch day to your millionth order. Whether you're selling scented soap or stylish outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere in person and online. With the internet's best converting checkout, Shopify turns browsers into buyers 36% better than the rest. And now Shopify has joined the AI revolution to help you gain more with less effort using Shopify Magic. One of the things that I love about Shopify is how they continue to create more ways for us to make money. You don't have to sell just your own stuff anymore. With Shopify Collective, you can curate products to sell from other brands that you love, giving your customers more variety and your business more sales. And get this, you can also actually bundle products together. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the United States, and Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen, and millions of others across 175 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning help is there to support you every step of the way. Because businesses that grow, they grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/secret to success, all lowercase. Again, shopify.com/secret to success, all words. Go there now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/secret to success.
You know, Maul did a superhero training. And Maul, I'll let you give the essence of it, kind of what you were talking about. But it was crazy because you were really talking about like the point you were making was like, it's funny because we were talking about the exit road, but like a superhero is what he is when the problem occurs. And you talking about like, you look at Superman, Batman, you broke some of them down. It was actually dope, but it was like when the problem happens is when the weak get separated. Right. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, imagine if the superhero was like complaining about the problem. And Maul, I'll let you go ahead and give kind of the crux behind it. But I did, have a different revelation on it, just like in terms of, people complaining about your financial situation, your marriage, things like that. And instead of turning into that superhero and kind of those, I want to talk about those qualities and those things that embody somebody who's able to take a bad situation and be the one that fixes it and want the pressure of being the one that fixes it. And I can remember when E and I had challenges early on in the company, and E would be like, I'm talking about deuces. I'd be like, I was kind of like, yo, E, this, like, there's a reason you have a leader. The leader is not even, I would argue, like, for real, you don't need a leader when everything is perfect. Right.
Yeah.
You could just manage yourself. Money flowing in, the company doing well, the brand doing, it's like, hey, you're good. It's literally when that rubber meets the road that there's challenges that you need somebody to navigate you through that. It's like, think about it. You don't need a good pilot when the plane flying smooth and everything going. But when my man had to land that joint in the Hudson, that's when you need to be. And it's like, so many people crumble in that moment. And so I wanted to kind of look through and say, all right, what characteristics for those of us who feel like we have that kick in the gear, what characteristics are those, and can those be developed? Or is this something that you feel like you're born with or whatever? So, Marl, I'll let you kind of take it.
I'm not going to, and man, it's a great topic. And when we was doing the actual keynote, we had the conference, I was just letting people know, man, like my message when me and C was sitting up talking about like, what message could we give people? And I think that, I saw even with the police department, right? It's people that just stay and they stay in one character. They stay, and I always thought about like when I was a kid, I used to always, like I never liked toys that was just regular toys. Like my parents used to give me this, and I showed a picture of it, it was a Tweety bird, right? I never wanted to play with the Tweety bird because the Tweety bird, no matter what, he was always Tweety bird. No matter if I put him on top of the bed, threw him off the balcony, no matter what I did with him, he was always still in that same form. And I was just like, man, I always had this like fascination with like these action figures because you was always one way. And then when something happened, so I talked about, what was that? Peter Parker, right? Mm-hmm. Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And you think about it, Peter Parker was in his natural state, right? He was just a newspaper. I think he was a photographer, right? He took pictures. Mm-hmm. He's a photographer. And it wasn't until something happened, right? He had a reaction from something, right? And he became Spider-Man. He got bit by a spider. Now, most people, if you get bit by a spider, you're like, oh, man, I'm done. I'm about to die. But that's what made him become Spider-Man. You got the Incredible Hulk. His name was Bruce Banner, right? And he was a scientist. In his natural state, he was just a scientist. He was just like, hey, I'm just regular. And then all of a sudden, he had a reaction to something, and then it brought out the Incredible Hulk. Superman. Even though he came from the planet Krypton, he still had something that took place, and then his natural state, he was Clark Kent.
Clark Kent. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, then boom, whenever he had to jump into action, he became Superman. I talked about the last one, which was my favorite, was Bruce Wayne. Because Bruce Wayne never really had anything that really took place in his life, but he was just fed up.
Yeah.
He was just a millionaire, a billionaire that just said, man, I'm tired of crime. I just got to do something about it. I got a lot of money, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a utility belt, and I'm going to just go out here. So I was just like, wow, like anybody and everybody, that's an action hero, so to speak. They went through some type of reaction. And from that reaction, they found themselves. They found this other person that knew how to take action when it was needed. And I'm like, you got a lot of people that's just like, oh man, this is just who I am. And even when they family need them, even when it's time to get to that next level, they're not taking they're not becoming something else. And I felt like early on, even times in a hole, I felt like the hole for me, when I was in the police department, that was my reaction period. When I was just sitting there in the dark. And I remember just being like, I didn't have much money. And I remember seeing other cops that didn't have much money. And I remember just thinking to myself, like, man, I can't live like this. How's people living like this for the next 30 years? Like, how are you living? Like, how are you okay with just, week after week, you can't afford to pay for nothing. Your family is struggling. You live in check to check. And it's like they had an action that happened to them, but they never had the reaction. They never allowed that to be their defining moment where it was something inside of them that they said, I got to change. I got to do something. And so that whole week was just pretty much like letting people know, like, how long are you going to stay in your natural state?
That's good.
Like how much? Like your family need help. They help. They crying out for help. And you got something inside of you that you won't bring out. You got something inside of you that's been laying dormant for years and your family is struggling. And it's just like, look, this is the time where, it's nothing special about. The only thing that's special about me is that I was able to let that reaction that took place. I was able to take action based off of the reaction that happened in my life. And it's like everybody holds this power inside of them, but it lays dormant in probably 90% of people. And so that was pretty much it in a nutshell, where it's like, look, what are the steps, to take action, before you just pass away, before your family just dies. So it's like, what were the steps?
That's good. That's good. So you asked the question. I don't know. You said
the characteristics. I'm saying I just wanted to know in terms of one. Let's talk about action steps, and two, is that something that could be developed?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because that's what makes the person the person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like.
Do you ever feel like money is just flying out of your account and you have no idea where it's going? Well, I know. It's all those subscriptions. Think about it. Just think about it. Between the streaming services, fitness apps, delivery services, parenting apps, it's endless. And I am guilty of this. And that's where Rocket Money comes in. Rocket Money can help you find out what subscriptions you actually are spending money on. And let me tell you guys, it was completely eye-opening how much money is being wasted with these subscriptions. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills. I can see all of my subscriptions in one place, and if I see something that I don't want, I can cancel it with just a tap. I never have to get on the phone with customer service. They'll even try to get you a refund for the last couple months of wasted money and negotiate to lower your bills for you by up to 20%. You heard me correctly, 20%. And all you have to do is take a picture of your bill, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has helped save its members an average of $720 a year with over 500 million in canceled subscriptions. So stop wasting money on things that you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/success. That's rocketmoney.com/success. rocketmoney.com/success. Can you believe it? The holidays are gone and Valentine's Day is right around the corner. And listen, flowers are not cutting it this year. Forget those teddy bears, the chocolates, the perfume too. With Songfinch, you can gift a memory they'll never forget. Songfinch is the ultimate gift to show how much you care. An original studio quality song inspired by your story that's completely unique, personal, and lasts forever. Songfinch walks you through a simple 4-step process to create an original song. All you have to do is tell them about who the song is for, provide some personal details, and let them know the type of song you want. Then, pick your favorite Songfinch artist or get matched with one, and they'll pour their heart into writing, recording, and producing your original song in just 4 to 7 days. Special add-ons can help to commemorate the occasion even more, like a vinyl record of your song or one-of-a-kind art crafted from your lyrics, or adding your song to streaming services so you can more easily surprise your unsuspecting recipient. Songfinch is the only original music platform that guarantees you'll love your song, or they'll work with you until you do. They stand behind their community of talented artists and every original song they create, and that's over 300,000 of them. This Valentine's Day, put your heart on the line with a studio quality song that's totally unique to your relationship. It only takes 4 to 7 days, but the song will last forever. For a limited time, Songfinch is letting our listeners upload their song on Spotify for free, so you can listen to your new favorite song anywhere you go. Just go to songfinch.com/S2S and start your song. After you purchase, you'll be prompted to add Spotify streaming for your original song for free. That's a $50 value, all right? So again, this offer is only available to our listeners at this special URL, songfinch.com/S2S. That's Songfinch, songfinch.com/S2S. That's songfinch.com/S2S. Don't wait. Get started now.
Well, yeah, I'm going to say it's developed because, as you said, it wasn't something that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was, I don't even know if I want to use the word run. You know, I don't want to say that you know, that everything that happened to me I ran from, but I will say two things. One, as a Christian.
And not everything, by the way. I was just talking about
No.
Okay, when it was time to speak.
Yeah, no. And I'm talking about like something difficult.
Suffering.
Yeah, I'm saying something. I'm saying, you know, like a challenge, like Ma's talking about. But I think two things. First, I misunderstood Christianity. Right? I misunderstood Christianity. You know, I ain't grew up in the church, or maybe you could grow up in the church and still misunderstand Christianity. I don't know. I just know I misunderstood Christianity. I assumed that when something happened, I prayed to God and God was going to answer
everything.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. I pray, I do the right thing, I go to church, I pay my tithe, I read my Bible, something go wrong, I talk to God, and he going to come down and fix it. Right? What I didn't realize was prayer was God actually giving me the strength to do it and showing me how to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So I'm like, God, I got a problem. I want you to come down here and fix this for me. He's like, I'm not doing that. You know, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what I thought you was going to do. But so as I continued to pray, he continued to reveal it to me through people. So CJ was one of the persons that was like, E, you got to deal with, like, the thing that C said that made it click for me was, you have to do this if you're going to be our leader. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And I was like, oh, okay, I don't see how. I'm thinking if I have a good character, that's what's going to make you follow me. And he was like, yeah, no, Martin Luther King had a good character, but it was he led that made people want to follow him, the physical leading. So then I started to understand, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, one, my mentality about challenges had to change. My mentality had to change. So philosophically, I didn't do anything about it because I thought it was God's responsibility. I thought that angels was going to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Holy Ghost was going to do something. So I was like, yo, I'm good. I talked to you, you fix it. He's like, that's not how it works. And it's funny, I won't say names, but it's funny, I was talking to one of my, one of the people, you know, that I'm close to that's in a leadership position. And I was like, bro, I'm not trying to be funny, but every time you go somewhere and speak, nobody's going to respect you because you spoke. But the person that I have brought into our circle to lead meetings and fix problems, that's the person they're going to respect, period. Ain't nobody going to respect you because you're on the mic. But this dude that I'm paying to help resolve challenges, everybody that is in our crew, you going to lose influence and he going to gain it. Because nobody respects you. Why? Because you're not fixing nothing. People don't respect you because you talking about something. People respect you when you fix stuff. And I had to understand that. That's like, yo, people ran with Martin Luther King because he fixed something.
Yeah.
People ran with X because he fixed something. People worship Harriet Tubman because she fixed something, not because she just was talking about freeing people. She was 300 and 0. Like she never lost one. She never lost one person. That's like scoring. That's like throwing 300 touchdowns and you never have an interception.
No.
You never fumble the ball. Nobody ever sack you. You never rushed. Like that's unbelievable. So then I start realizing, like, bro, I didn't even know, Ma. Bro, I didn't even know. I had gotten to a point in my life where I had CJ solving problems on one hand and I had Didi solving problems on another hand. I didn't even know. Things was working out for me because I had two people in my life that was solving problems.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about, it's a different mentality. You know, the one thing, when you look at the two of them, he talked about characteristics. Let me just call out a couple. Nothing matters but the solution. Like, I used to think my wife was like callous and cold. You know, Didi like, I could care less. Like, here's the challenge, and it's got to be fixed.
We talked about that the other night.
Yeah, CJ, same thing. So for me, I started realizing one of the characteristics is you have to not care about them so that you can help them. You feel me? Because the stuff that they talking about, like, bro, I was having a conversation with LaShawna, and I just was like, oh, no. You're not a bad person. I know your intentions. You just don't understand on this level problems versus you at the bottom thinking about you and how this is affecting you. People who solve problems aren't even focused on individuals. They're focused on the whole institution, the print. Like, I'm like, I get it now with Didi. Didi is principle driven. And I used to be like, why would you say that to me? And she was like, because it's wrong. And I look at, and this is a huge one, I look at the majority of humans, and the majority of humans have two standards. They have a standard for their family, and they have a standard for other people. Bro, and I'm not, for real, I don't care. Like, I don't care what nobody do. But what I realized with Didi, what makes her successful is she only has one standard. So she don't have to remember, she don't have to think, she don't have to process it. It's not like, that's my husband, he get a pass. Didi like, I throw myself under the bus. Because it's not about throwing nobody under the bus, it's about a principle.
Yeah.
And when you start switching principles up, you dilute your success because it has to be principle driven in order for you to be successful. As the more you in your feelings, the less successful you're gonna be. There is a principle. The principle is, this is how we make the bed. I don't care that you my husband. You know, Didi will get on me all the time. I'll never forget, I was preaching and Didi was like, did you stop reading? And I was like, what? Did I stop reading? She's like, yeah. I was like, what does that mean? She's like, your sermon was whack. And I was like, whack? Like, they loved it. She was like, well, they don't know your best. So yeah, of course they would love it. They don't know your best.
Yeah.
Like, and they don't get to hear this kind of stuff all the time. But I know you stopped reading. Just answer the question. Did you stop reading or not?
Oh, that hurt.
And I'm like, okay, why would you say that?
Reading what?
Right. and she said, I know you're not reading because I could guess where you were going with everything you said. When you're reading, I'm even sitting in there like, I ain't never heard that before. And I've been with you since you were 16.
How'd you feel about it when she said
I went and got started reading again. You know what I'm saying?
Feeling.
I went and started reading. But let me tell you how I switched it now because I'm a leader. I switched it and said, how about we do this? How about we read together? And how about we do our messages together so you don't have to say this to me afterwards. You can say this in the beginning, and I never have to question if my message wasn't good enough.
Okay.
The reaction.
So now every week, every week we read it together, and she go over what she thought was dope, and then I go and I do it, and I'm still trying to get her though. I'm still trying to make sure, even though we read together, we studied together, she don't feel like it was dope, but I know where you going. I still feel like, boom. So I say this one, you know, Ma, for me, I realized my one word for 2024, and it took me a long time to get here.
self-assess?
Well, that's for everybody else. That one for everybody else.
Yeah, well.
I self-assess.
Yeah.
Here's the word, Ma. God said if you want to make more money, if you want healthier relationships, if you want this to be your best life ever, lead.
Lead.
Period. He said, here's what you've done. You lead, but you don't. He said, you gotta stop letting them dictate how you move, and you gotta make them compromise to how you move. Why? Because they don't even know what they want to do in the first place.
They don't. Yeah.
So the only reason you doing that is because you worried about their feelings. Like lead, because you know where you going.
Yep.
They don't even know where they going.
Yep.
So why are you at church listening to some people tell you some stuff that they haven't even done? I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to be funny. And again, no disrespect. The business that you have ain't even got off the ground. You ain't even made no money off the business. So why would I sit here and listen to you tell me about business when you know why? Because I won't hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. And I don't want you to eventually lead a church. But the reality is, if I lead, I know exactly. When Dee Dee leads, the cool thing about it is she's doing it because she knows if she leads, she knows exactly. That's why Harry had the gun. Like, yo, do me a favor. If you come with me to get freedom, only one of us know how to do it. Only one. So I got a shotgun.
And it ain't for them, it's for you.
It's for you. I'm not about to shoot the enemy.
No. We can't kill all of them.
I'm about to shoot you because you have a plan outside of the one that gets us free.
Yep.
You got something in your brain telling you where you think we should be going when you ain't never been free. You've never had your freedom. I've done this thing. A million times. So I'm going to kill you or you going to follow. And that's what I'm going in 2024 with. Like, I'm going to kill you, meaning we're going to separate, or you going to follow me because you have absolutely no idea where you're going. And I got to stop being.
So why did you ever let somebody?
Feelings, nothing more than feelings. Feelings that I
can't
explain. I can't explain them all.
Explain it.
I just never understood that.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you or you going to follow.
Or you going to follow. Period.
Or just stay where you at and be a slave.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
But don't get in our way. Pretty much you're saying don't get in our way though.
Don't
kill and enslave the rest of us because
I used to be looking at E, they like telling him I think we should use this trail.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
You never been off the plantation.
Yeah, ever.
Matter of fact, you tried and got caught a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just being real.
Yeah.
And so then I come in and I say, we're not doing it like that, and I don't want to hear what you got to say. Be quiet, and now I'm a bad guy.
And you know why you're a bad guy? Because we've been programmed to be in our feelings.
That's it.
So you're a bad guy because you're not telling me what I want to hear. But you're a great guy. We talk about characteristic now.
Yeah.
Leadership is void of feelings. That's what I had to realize. E, you can be a leader. You have what it takes. People have been following you since you was a kid. You have the ability to be a leader, but you have feelings. You chasing it.
Yeah.
It ain't pure. Pure leadership is void of, it's void of feelings, bruh. It is principle driven. It knows where it wants to go. It goes, bruh. And I'm saying this to people who are listening, because it used to be like me. A lot of y'all like me. Bruh, if you want to change one thing, what you do is you stop going with feelings and you go with the principle. Like, yo, I'm trying to explain, like, the biggest thing I see in the church, in business is, I have a conversation with a staff member. You changing everything up to fit your hookup. You're not dealing with principle. Like, and again, here's what you have to understand. As soon as we come off of the street called principle, we're not gonna get there anyway. You like, even what you want as a employee, if you're asking me for something, as soon as you make it about anything other than the principle, you're not even gonna get to where you're trying to get to. You feel me? And again, I used to be like, D, why are you so? This is the one that blew my mind, Ma. So we was at Walmart once, and I said something to Dee Dee that she didn't particularly care for.
What'd you say?
I don't remember, but it was like, just like I probably was in my feelings.
Put the damn bread in the back. No, what was y'all going on?
I wish I could. I wish I could. I wish I could. But whatever we were talking about, I got in my feelings and we were talking about it. And Didi snapped, and said what she said. And I was like, I know one of the ladies that knew us heard it. And I was hurt.
Wait, one of the ladies who worked at Walmart?
Yeah, at Walmart. She's like in
the greeter.
Yeah, no, she's like a manager. She's like a baby manager. But she knew us though.
Yeah,
she knew us from not just there. Our kids used to go to school together back in the day. So I remember coming home in my feelings.
Yeah.
And trying to come out of it. Yeah, I was steaming. I was like, God, I was praying, and God was like, what? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, she said this in front of the lady, and she whatever. And God was like, okay, come on, I want you to grow up. What were you hurt about? Mm-hmm. And I was like, because Didi said, Didi been talking like that since y'all was 15. Didi's always talked to you very direct. She ain't scared of you. Like, she's not intimidated by you. You don't frighten her. She gonna tell you the truth, period. What are you tripping on? I was like, cause she in front of the lady. He said, no, listen what I'm trying. You're not answering the question. What are you pissed about? She shouldn't talk to me like that. She talked to you like that at home. You never felt no type of way about it. So what are you really, son? If I'm gonna help you, you gotta be honest. What are you hurt about? You are hurt about your image. You heard about somebody, how they view your marriage, which is why you whack. Because anybody who cares about what people think about their stuff, you sick. Why would somebody that's been with you since they were 15 and you know how Didi feels about you, not in her heart. You have evidence of how she's loved you so much that even when you was doing dumb stuff, she wouldn't allow you to do the dumb stuff. Like, she wasn't going, well, I ain't gonna say nothing to him about it because it may affect our relationship. God, she ride or die. She's willing to interrupt y'all for you. I want to make sure people catch this.
Whoa.
I want to make sure people catch this, Maul. Because when you're in your feelings, you don't see that. No. So Didi is willing to destroy us for me. So she like, I'm willing to say something to you, then I know you're going to have an attitude, you're going to be in your feelings, and you ain't going to want to talk. And so you might go a day without talking, and that's going to interrupt us. But I love you enough that you can interrupt us as long as you healthy. I want you to be healthy. And so God was like, you know this about her. So why are you worried about what some person who end up getting a divorce? Why would you be worried about somebody that's getting a divorce when you actually have a healthy relationship?
Exactly.
But you're worried about them seeing what you would think is an unhealthy boy. God's like, you sick, and you will never be a great leader because you care too much about what others think about you. That's not leadership. That's followship. That's not leadership, doggone it. That's followship.
We got the podcast title.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, Maul, to his point, I had to go, you running 2 plays at one time.
Yeah.
And you got to decide which one you want. And I've decided to go with the principal one because I'm a Christian. And I cannot say I'm a Christian and not follow principle. And then number 2, I have 2 people in my life who I have seen evidence of to be like in my space, more like in my world for the last however long I've been with Didi, and then when I came, to Michigan State, 2 people who are steady. You know what I mean? Like successful. And I don't necessarily mean money. I mean, I've never heard Didi come home and go, I wonder what the church think about me. I've never heard Didi go, I wonder what they think.
Yeah.
I wonder if their feelings got hurt because I said this, we not painting the church blue. This the color we going with. I don't care because I'm going to have to see this blue wall. We're not doing that. This is what we're going with. And very successful people in the church who have ideas, and Didi like, I'm shutting them all down. Why? Because it need to be contemporary. You need to be able to come to this church 10 years later and it still look the same. We shouldn't have to change it every 2 weeks because the styles have changed. And I've seen that with C, you and Toby and everything that he touches that follows his principle and not deviate from what he says. I see and so it's like, and then you see your league of feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like the you know what I'm saying? Like there's a group of us that you know what I'm saying? We're the
Justice League.
The
Feelings
feelings
League.
league.
The Feelings League.
Yeah, the feelings league. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of us and our superpowers are feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the villain's still alive. We ain't never killed my man. That joker's still alive. He's
Thriving.
in there talking about my man. And so I realized like, yo, this is the way to do it. And so going into 2024, the characteristics are not listening to followers, not caring about what followers feel, but caring about their ultimate well-being, and being demanding, being focused,
Yeah.
you know, and having a plan and sticking with the plan and not worrying about what other people think about that plan, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes a ton of sense.
Bruh, as I'm listening to you, I'm literally thinking back about Christianity and how, to your point, we missed it. And the reason I'm saying that is because everything God did was a law. Like God ain't up there trying to fix anything going wrong. He established laws. Bro, the sun come up every day. There's winter, there's spring, there's fall, like every year. Like God ended up there like, oh, it's supposed to be cold now. Let me go ahead and fix that. So E, to your point, if we're not operating out of laws, principles, whichever word you want to use, whereas off, gravity is a real thing.
real.
If you go jump off a building, gravity didn't kill you.
Yep.
Gravity exists. Anything that come off of there is going to fall. Gravity is a law that keeps us on the planet. It's actually a great thing. You see what I'm saying? But if we don't understand and implement the steadiness, the laws that the pilots have, bro, we all over the place. Again, think about it. Like, and again, y'all know me, I'm thinking of all the different things that could, and I internalize it. You to some extent would internalize it too. So, but I'm going to God for the solution. It's just like, yo, every answer is already there.
Already solved.
Every answer's already there. It's not, you don't got to look for the answer. My brother, one thing that my brother said that I'll never forget, my brother said, because it was some decision I was trying to make, and he was like, bro, I don't understand why you praying about it.
Right.
I was like, what you mean?
Period.
He's like, we get caught up. God gave you a brain.
Yeah.
If he didn't want you to think and figure it out and try something, even if it could be the wrong thing, he wouldn't give you that power. So it's like you pillar with God every day, right? But then you still got to go out and live and make the decisions based on your knowledge of the principles. And bro, it's covered.
Yeah.
It's nothing else to worry about. It's covered. But again, I think we've been so taught, I don't know what we've been taught, but it's like you think that feelings can get you somewhere because that's the only reason you would do it. You think that feeling's going to last.
Question.
You know what I'm saying? Going to guide you into that thing. But the reality is, bro, it's the 5 pillars. It's principles. I read something that said, successful people don't try to be successful.
No.
They're not trying. I'm not trying. I'm not waking up trying to be. No, what I'm doing is following these principles every single day. And
they lead you somewhere.
And it's going to lead me
and I hope
somewhere.
people understand that's a great point, Carl. But the reason principles is so important is because you can develop a routine and a consistency.
Yeah.
Boom. Regardless of what's happening.
It doesn't matter. So people look at you and go, oh, well, see, Steady Eddie, I am. Because I move off principle.
Right.
Doesn't mean I don't have feelings. It just means I don't govern my life accordingly.
My feelings. Yeah.
If I'm mad at E, that doesn't change the fact that we brothers and we go out to eat every day.
Yeah.
If he mad at me, then we was beefed out. You know what I'm saying? That's why you should tell him, it's like, just because we have feelings that aren't matching right now, it doesn't mean that we don't. Yeah. And I'm just telling you, and all thanks be to my dad. My dad would whoop my butt and then be like, what you want for dinner? And I used to be like, let's do hot dogs. You see what I'm saying? Like, you still my son.
Yeah.
I still love you.
For sure.
We still gonna eat dinner tonight.
Yeah.
But you messed up and you finna get a whooping for that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, my dad wasn't one of them ones who whoop you and be like, I don't ever want to see y'all for the rest of the day. And he just downstairs stewing. Bro, once the whooping was there, it was over. Like, that was it. And so for me, I was just always like, all right, cool. You mess up, you do something. Like, I never looked at it as a bad thing to have interactions or whatever that was uncomfortable. But so when I lead or when we do stuff, I always go, this is the principle.
Absolutely.
This has nothing to do with the feeling.
Absolutely.
We always talk about when Carl went to Egypt, like, I wanted to go on that Egypt trip. My feelings was like, yo, we worked this hard. It's you and E been 1-2 for a minute. You should go to Egypt. My principal said, this ain't about you. It's about the company. Carl, You go to Egypt. That is a clear definition of feelings being one way and principles being the other. And guess what? Those principles allowed us to move forward. My feelings, bro, I promise you, I'd have went over there, we wouldn't have had no footage from that trip. And that was a big moment for our career. Huge moment. And Carl did an incredible job capturing all of that. But a lot of you govern by your feelings. So what happens is, and I'm trying to show y'all, like, people are attracted to consistency.
All day. Say that again, please.
Yeah, people are attracted to consistency.
Yeah.
When somebody, like, and again, not that he didn't have his weaknesses in terms of leadership, whatever, but I think I can speak for Carl now when I say we were attracted to E's consistency.
Absolutely.
Every single day you knew what you was
Without
getting.
fail.
For better or worse, he gonna be there.
Yeah.
He gonna have energy. He gonna be speaking to everybody. At no point did E come up there and be like, all right, y'all, I ain't really feeling it like it today. Y'all handle y'all business, I'm out. Every single day he was on the same thing. Every single day. And I look at some people, dog, and the reason I can't fool with you, you're so wishy-washy. Your feelings is all low. Some days you working out, some days you not. Some days you want to speak to people, some days you don't. Some days you feeling you and your wife on one accord and y'all cool. The next time me and Ma looking at you when they're around like,
right, who do we
all
got today?
right? Like, oh man, shoot, maybe we shouldn't have had dinner here because they look like they go. You see what I'm saying? It's
So
like,
let me ask you this though, C. What do you do? Because you admit you do get feelings. What's your process for, like, how do you now make sure that feelings aren't trumping?
Okay, here's the feeling. What's the principle that accompanies the feeling?
Immediately just make the shift.
Immediately. Bro, I get, y'all know I can get hot quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can get mad, I can get sad, I can experience every range of emotion that every other human does. I really can. But then I just go, all right, cool. What principle accompanies this feeling? I don't go, the feeling is, oh, Candace said something I don't like, snap out. The principle is you the leader of the house. If you go down that path with her, now y'all both in a rut, so you stay up. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Bro.
Yeah, well, not even stay up. For those of us who are in our feelings, stay you.
Stay you. Well, stay you. For me, up is me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. So that they get it.
But
it's
I'm saying,
like you
be consistently you.
That's what I'm telling y'all.
You.
Yo, the thing that pisses me off most, whatever you think you love about me, I want to be around Maul.
Yeah.
I want to be around E. I want to be around Carl. Cool. We trying to tell you how you ain't got to worry about being around me. You can become that person. Yeah. And consistency is that. People want to be around me because you know what you about to get.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have no attitude. I'm going to be cool. We're going to do this. Like, bro, how we move is a principle. And if you understood the principle of how we move, you could start putting not my principles, your principles, and move by those. And that, I'm telling you, I think when I looked at how me and Mark connected, I looked at Mark and I was like, yo, he moved. You know what you're getting with him and Camille. Like, it's just, you never have to worry about like, oh, I could be walking into I'm not trying to be funny. Me and my wife, you come around, you know exactly what you finna get. How many times you been around me and Candace and been tension in there?
0.
I'm just being real.
Yeah.
And it's not that me and my wife are perfect.
Yeah.
But our stuff is so principle driven, and she follows me on them principles now to the point where, oh, it's a disagreement. What's the principle? Cool, it's done. Does that make sense? And it's like, that to me, when you deal with people, most humans, the reason I don't fool with you, the reason I can't answer your call every time you call, the reason I can't be around you and your wife like that, the reason I can't come around and be all in your space is because I don't know what I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
And most people, if you're attracted to consistency, you're unattracted to
inconsistency.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul.
Thank you so much for rocking with us as always, right? We don't take it lightly, guys. And we hope that we've provided transformation and not just information. We want you to become the best version of yourself. All right, make sure you check out the show notes to access all the important links and get your product discounts. Now, one favor we're asking of you, do us this favor. Make sure you subscribe and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. We want to know your feedback on how we can serve you better. And if there's anyone that you think could benefit from listening to this show, please, I'm begging you, please share it with them. And remember, as E always says, if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.